although Ponderosa is only 1-5 in the league and Vista is 3-2, they cannot overlook this game because if they take it easy on Ponderosa, they will lose. And Ponderosa's record does not show how good they are. They have good hitters, they have good blocks, they can dig the ball really well. So Vista cannot overlook this game and look past it just because they seem like a weaker opponent. And there's also key players on both sides of the net for both teams. For Ponderosa, you have Brooke Copley, who is a senior who is getting most of the sets from Ponderosa's setters. She leads the team in kills at 64, and she averages about 2.2 kills per set. And on Vista's side, we have Brecklin Polang, who was the player of the match against Highlands Ranch and averages about 3 kills per set, which is a lot. She's also leading the team in solo blocks and in overall kills. Brecklin is a returning 4-year varsity player. So she has that experience. She's really well-versed around the net, and that is who Pondo needs to watch out for.
Well, we'll see if the Mount Vista Golden Eagles can extend their win streak to 2 and continue on their quest of a state championship. But for now, we have the free game introductions and national anthem, and we'll be back with the call.
Good evening, volleyball fans, and welcome to the Eagles Nest at Mount Vista High School for tonight's Continental League Varsity Volleyball game between the visiting Mustangs from Ponderosa High School and your Mount Vista Golden Eagles. Before we meet the players, could we please get everyone to rise, remove your caps, and honor America in the singing of our national anthem. Tonight, sung by Mountain Vista student Ava Bird. High School. Up on that senior, number 2, Ellie Passo. Up on three, senior number 3, Amanda Rice. Up on 5'10", junior number 5, Kayla Dondero. Up 5'8", sophomore number 6, Haskell. Up 5'11", senior number 7, Natalie Niles. A 6-foot sophomore number 8, Kayla Dondero. Up 5'10", junior number 10, Haley Jackson. A 6'2", senior number 12, Polang. A 5'9", sophomore number 13, Allie Stevens. A 6'3", senior number 14, and a 5'6", senior number 16, Holmgren. Assistant coaches Stevie K, Stacy Holmgren, and head coach of the Golden Eagles, Dr. Douglas Shepard.
And we are just about ready to start this game as Vista does their pre-game roll call, which has been going on for as long as I've been at Vista and even longer.
Yep, important game for Mountain Vista here, like you said earlier. Yep, the record is not great for Ponderosa at 3-9, but this is a game they cannot look past. Mr. Doug Schaefer has talked often about got to win the games that you're supposed to win, and then maybe win a few that you shouldn't win. So this is a big one for them. Can't look past them on the road to getting back to that state tournament and hopefully making a better run than they did last year, which a lot of the players have talked about is their big goal this year.
Good score deserved.
And starting for Vista, we have number 12, Brooklyn Polang, number 8, Kayla Dondero, number 1, Carly Haskell, number 16, Grace Holmgren, number 2, Ellie Palazzo, and number 10, Haley Jessen.
Vista talks often about making sure they get the first point here, and that's exactly what they do right from the start.
And a great attack by Ellie Palazzo there. Vista always likes to get ahead, try to attack early. Ponderosa isn't really a great blocking team, as Vista has a ton more blocks than them. And Ellie Palazzo with a deep serve. Ellie Palazzo goes back to serve again. Vista up 2-0. Ponderosa digs it. And that was Brooke Copley right there. Brooklyn Polang tried to get up and block that, but it got a little caught in between her hands.
Yeah, just a weird one there. Kind of got stuck on the net. They tried to bump it up, but got stuck. Now Vista's still in good shape here. Just got to rebound from it.
Sierra Bradshaw going back to serve for the Mustangs. And she hits that one a little too hard, just a little too far for Ponderosa. Not a great start for them.
Yep, long game though from the Mustangs. Just want to keep their heads in it.
Carly Haskell back to serve for Vista. Mustangs take control. And Leah Collins with that great block. Again, Ponderosa setting their middle, their senior, Brooke Copley.
Yeah, those are the advantage of having a person who's 6'3" in the front of the net.
Ponderosa tries to control that ball and shanks it wide right. Carly Haskell back again to serve. Ponderosa takes control. And Leah Collins and Kayla Dondero up with that block. Ellie Palazzo with the good dig. Grace sets it to Haley Jessen. She is able to knock that one off of the Ponderosa blockers.
Yep, that was a good kill there by Haley Jensen.
And Carly Haskell again, back to serve. She's served it in the same spot every time. And a great read there by Ellie Palazzo to see that the Ponderosa hitter hit it a little too hard. Carly Haskell there getting a little ahead of herself. Served it in the same spot every single time, but that one was just a little long.
Yeah, she was having success there, so just sometimes you get it a little too far, but this is still in good shape here in the first set.
No, number 3, Ashlyn Garner to serve for Pondo. Ellie Palazzo takes control. And a great set and hit by Leah Collins and Grace Holmgren there. I really like that connection. They knew what was going to happen, and Leah Collins is really good at getting those quick, short serves. Ponderosa didn't look ready for that one.
Yep, that's one of the big strengths Mount Vista holds is their team chemistry, and they talk about it so often when we talk to them, is their biggest advantage is playing with each other and just really appreciating one another and knowing each other's skill set.
Now back to serve for Vista, number 8, Kayla Dondero. And she is just a sophomore. Ponderosa takes control and a set over the net. Carly Haskell able to get up to Natalie Niles. Ponderosa digging the ball again, and they have to pass that one over. And a great dig by number 8, Sierra Bradshaw for the Mustangs.
Yeah, that's a good point for the Mustangs there. A lot of back and forth, but able to float one over, and they're able to get to their third point.
Yeah, Ponderosa was really able to read where Vista was going to hit it and did a really good job at controlling the ball and being able to get it back over to get the exact play that they wanted.
And that's one thing that makes Vista so great is they have so many different looks, and it's hard to read what they're going to do, if they're going to put it back or forward. They'll have many people coming to the net faking for kills, so it's just one of those things that it's difficult to get a read on Vista, and that's where one of their strengths lies. Amanda Wright will check into the game now, and she will be serving this one.
And Addie Stevens will check into the game for Ellie Palazzo. Amanda Wright back at the line to serve for Vista. And Amanda Wright's so good at that jump serve. It's so clean. It's very consistent with it. Carly Haskell with a good dig and a set over to Natalie Niles. This is blocked at the net by Ponderosa. And Vista unable to take control of that one. Ponderosa just got enough arm on that one to be able to kind of shake out Vista. Vista wasn't really ready for that one.
Yep, good effort there by Natalie Niles, though, trying to make a play on that ball.
Number 5, Caitlin Toller back to serve for Ponderosa. And a great hit by Addie Stevens there. Checks into the game, immediately gets a dig and a set, is able to connect on that one.
Yeah, that's always a good feeling when you get into the game and make 2 big plays early on.
Leah Collins at the line to serve. A very powerful server. Ponderosa has to control that and pass it over.
Point will end up going to Vista there.
Natalie Niles again with the hit, but Ponderosa was able to get up and block that one, but Ponderosa blocked it out of bounds. very good luck for Vista right there. Ponderosa able to dig that one, but goes right over the net in one. Sierra Bradshaw with the hit. Amanda Wright to Natalie Niles. Blocked by Ponderosa. And blocked again by Ponderosa. But again, it is blocked out of bounds. Vista really getting lucky right now. Ponderosa having a good, strong block at the net.
Yep. They got some good looks going on, but luck's earned, and Mount Vista's in control of this first set. The big thing for them, though, is stay in control. You know, we saw in the Highlands Ranch game, they got up early, kind of laid back a little bit, and they ended up falling that entire game. So it's important to maintain, keep the foot on the gas pedal here, and keep going with the 12-4 lead currently.
Yeah, and although Ponderosa is doing a very good job at the net, Vista is able to reconnect with the ball. They are seeing that it's getting blocked, and they're trying different things, trying to set different people, which I think is a really good thing. And I think Vista is really good at realizing where the blockers are and where the best blockers are, and being able to switch up their plans on the spot.
Yeah, that's definitely one of their strengths. Just we talked about earlier, they just throw so many different looks at you that it's just hard to adapt and change. And you know, that was one thing that the teams have been able to beat them. That's their big thing, is they can adapt and make changes on the fly. That's what they're looking for.
And Leah Collins was able to dig that first one, unable to dig that second one. And Ponderosa coming out of that timeout strong. Don't know what they talked about, but seems like they got the energy they needed. Number 6, Kylie Lundquist, back to serve for the Mustangs.
Mustangs will also make a few more changes on the court.
And she put that one a little short. I think she was trying to get that one to Brecklin Polang in the front row, but she hit it a little short and it hit the net. Not great for Pondo.
Grace Holmgren will check in and will be at the line to serve.
A deep serve for Grace Holmgren. Number 15, M. Carwin, unable to get that one up.
Yeah, it just came at her at a weird angle. She looked like she was trying to set it, just got a little too closer, and she wasn't able to.
And that goes right off the arm of Ashlyn Garner. Grace Holmgren putting up some powerful serves to the back where Ponderosa is unable to tell if they're going to be out or in.
Yep, let's see if she can do it again here.
Grace Holmgren tries the jump serve, hits it short right into the net.
Back in lineup, the libero number 18, Gabby Hufford.
Gabby Hufford checking into the game. She is the libero for Ponderosa tonight, and she will go back to the line to serve. Carly Haskell with the dig. Grace Holmgren sets it to Kayla Dondero.
Well, you can't draw it up any better than that. The dig, the bump, and then the kill in the end.
And a great connection there. That's the thing about Vista is, again, they have that great chemistry where they are able to connect. Grace Holmgren, a really great setter. One of the best that I have got to play with her. She is very good. Ellie Palazzo back to line to serve. And Brooke Copley tries to tip that. Ponderosa trying to take control, hits it over. Brecklin Polang with a tip sort of hit.
Good play there by Carly Haskell.
And Kayla Dondero again making her way around to the right side that time and being able to knock it down and hit it.
Yeah, Vista had them all set up there at the net. They couldn't seem to get it over, and then Carly Haskell made a great play.
Golden Eagles up 17-6, trying to keep this lead. Brooke Copley has to pass it over as Grace Holmgren sets Brecklin Polang in the reverse. Back up to Brooke Copley. She tips it. Carly Haskell able to get it. Brecklin Polang tips it over. Pondo's going to have to pass that one over. And again, Kayla Dondero, again, 3 straight points. Ponderosa's going to have to try and figure out a way to stop her. And this Vista offense, as Ellie Palazzo goes back to the line again to serve.
Yep, she's just been overpowering them in the last 3 sets.
Going to set Brooke Copley. And right there you can see that is why Ponderosa likes to set their senior middle hitter that much. She's 6'3", a force to be reckoned with. And they just connected on that one.
Yeah, it's like looking in the mirror with Vista with Leah Collins right there in the center.
And that serve will go out. A great read by Carly Haskell there, getting her foot to the line and making sure that that ball is going out. Carly Haskell back to the line for Vista to serve. And that one will be in. Sierra Bradshaw with that hit over the net. Little back row action for Ponderosa, trying to switch it up here and make a comeback. Number 3, Ashlyn Garner, back to serve for the Mustangs. Carly Haskell with a great dig. Grace trying to set Kayla Dondero again, and she is able to connect once again.
Almost took out the upper official there.
Natalie Niles checking in for Grace Holmgren. And back to the line to serve is Dondero. She has been great this set.
Yep, she's been Vista's best player through this. Fortunately, was not quite there, though, as the Mustangs pick up that net point.
As Jack just jinxed her. Hit that one a little too far.
Yep, that one's on me.
Now Brooke Copley back to serve. Ellie Palazzo with a good dig. Dondero up to Jessen. Set was a little high. That point is going to go to Ponderosa. 20-10, your Golden Eagles. Copley again. Serve. Ellie Palazzo with the dig. Dondero to Cons. She is able to connect. Looked like Brooke Copley tipped that one, and it went out of bounds.
That was a really good adjustment by Cons. That serve for that set looked a little bit low, and she was able to adapt to it and still get a lot of power behind that ball.
Amanda Wright checking in, and Addie Stevens checking in, and Amanda Wright back to serve for your Golden Eagles.
We'll see if she goes with that famous jump. Well,
and Ponderosa calls another timeout in this set. Jack, what do you think Ponderosa has to do to try and get back into this set?
Well, I think they need to be able to just do what the teams that have been able to make to beat Vista is, and that's just adapt to change and find a way just to make plays out there. They're not making a lot of plays against Vista's players who are spiking the ball right now, so they got to find a way to just block it, make things a little bit more simple for them, and get back to the game that they're trying to play. But right now, Vista's just controlling the play. I
agree. I think Ponderosa is doing a good job at the net trying to attack and block Vista's hitters, but Vista has just been able to see the blocks go up and have been able to hit around it, which is really good for on Vista's half, but for Ponderosa it can be a little detrimental, as we can see as your Golden Eagles are up 21-10.
So we'll see if Amanda Wright goes with her jump serve here, which she does. And it's successful.
And that is right off the arms of Sierra Bradshaw. Vista doing a really great job serving it deep into the court. Sierra Bradshaw hits it back up.
That's another thing Ponderosa needs to just settle down. They're having a lot of balls there, just not going to the spots they want. They're trying to hug the lines. It's got to be something they just got to make it more simple and just put it to the center of the court and just fight the battles they can fight.
I agree. I think Ponderosa needs to take a minute and just recoup with what they're doing. And that set was a little high by Caitlin Toller. but
Works in their favor in the end.
M. Carlin was able, Cassie Hopwood was able to wait back on it and get it over and get Ponderosa at that point. Carly Haskell with the up to Kayla Dondero. Leah Collins with a great hit. Ponderosa able to reconcile that. To Natalie Niles on the right side, and she's able to read the defense on that one and hit in between them.
Yep, Natalie Niles is a force to be reckoned with on that right side.
That went off the arm of Kat Rank for Ponderosa. Your Golden Eagles, this is game point.
And the first set will go to Mountain Vista.
Mountain Vista doing a really good job, especially in that set. They came out really strong, really aggressive. They took their time. They read what Ponderosa was doing on their side. They were able to set everyone, give everyone some chances. Peering around when something wasn't working, they were able to set again. And again, we like to say that Vista's chemistry is so good. Vista has 7 seniors, which is a lot, and they have some underclassmen, but the seniors are able to really show their leadership, and even these sophomores and juniors have their leadership, and I think just all of that connected makes Vista a really tough team to play against.
Yep, so Mountain Vista up 1-0 in sets. We'll be back in 2 minutes for set number 2.
And we are back.
For set number 2, this is a critical set for Mountain Vista, up 1-0. In the sets, big thing though is we know how dominant they are in the first set. They almost win every single time. The question is making sure they keep that momentum going up. We know they're notorious for having good momentum swings and sometimes, laying back and letting teams get into games that they shouldn't be in. This is one where you just want to close it out early. And then, that middle set, it's a big one.
Yes, this second set is crucial for Vista. Vista needs to keep their energy up and play just like how they did in the first set. Grace Holmgren back to serve. Ashlyn Garner with the hit over for that one. And Brecklin Polang able to connect with that set. Ponderosa tried to block that, but Brecklin just hits it too hard. Grace Holmgren hit that one a little too far, a little too deep in the zone. That's fine. Golden Eagles tied at ones. Number 18, Gabby Hufford back to serve for Ponderosa. Haley Jessen with a good up. Grace Holmgren tips it over. Toller to Sierra Bradshaw. Brooklyn Polang able to pass that one over as Gabby Hufford has to pass that over.
Oh, we have a stoppage.
And at that point, we'll go to Ponderosa.
I think they might have called something on Dondero there. She made an incredible effort to keep that ball alive. I don't know if her foot may have hit the stands early and they called it off, but either way, it's a great effort great effort there. Don't get the point, but next one to rebound.
Doug Schaefer questioning this call.
Yep, so we'll have a discussion here. It's hard to tell from our angle. Obviously, we have the desk in front, but Dondero made a great play to come over and keep that ball alive. Let's see what the call is.
Yeah. I'm unsure what they're talking about, what they're fighting, but I guess we'll find out, hopefully. Grace Holmgren going over to talk to the refs.
Yeah, maybe try to plead the case here.
And they are redoing that last point because they're unsure what happened.
Yeah, I just have to imagine there was something with that ball that came so close to the stands. Maybe both of them had a different point of view. So
yeah, I think it had something to do with the antenna and whether the ball was out or not when Vista hit it over, and they're just unsure.
Yep, so we'll go ahead and redo it. Still at 1-1.
In the libero, Gabby Hufford back to serve again. Amanda Wright with an up. Grace Holmgren sets Ellie Palazzo, who has to pass it over. Toller. Oh. As Ponderosa sets that one over and is able to get that point.
I'm not sure if that one was by design. That to be a little out of shape, a little miscommunication, but works in the end. Ponderosa will regain that point.
That was a great read by Ponderosa, being able to set that one over, read where the defense wasn't.
Yep. And that was what we were talking about. They got to be able to adapt to change here, and now they got an early lead here in set number 2.
As Ellie Palazzo shanks that one to the left. Gabby Hufford back to serve. Ellie Palazzo able to get that one up. Grace Holmgren with a little tip set to Brooklyn Polang, who was able to smack it down. And again, this is why Brooklyn Polang is the player of the match against Highlands Ranch. She is so good at connecting with Grace Holmgren's serves, and she's able to hit it right where the defense isn't.
Yep, one of the best in the business, as they say.
Ellie Palazzo back to serve. Little jump serve action. Kayla Toller to Sierra Bradshaw, who passes it over. Grace Holmgren's going to set Hannah Jessen, who's able to kill that one right in between two of the Ponderosa girls. Right in between Kylie Lundquist and Gabby Hufford.
Yep, that's a really good response for Vista after being down 3-1. They come back and go back to their bread and butter, which is the kills up front.
Toller able to pass that one to Brooke Copley, who tries to tip it over and hits the antenna, which is out of bounds. Ellie Palazzo with a great jump serve. Gabby Hufford tries to get that one up, hits it a little too far. Caitlin Toller tries to tip it back in. Ponderosa didn't really have great communication on that one, didn't know what was happening. Yeah, allowed it to drop.
Exactly. There's going to be a little miscommunication. They already had 3 hits. They had to get that one over.
Toller to Ashlyn Garner.
Great dig by Amanda Wright to keep the ball alive.
Amanda Wright with the dig again. Grace Holmgren's going to set Dondero. Toller's going to set Brooke Copley. That one was a little behind her. Ellie Palazzo able to get that one up. Haley Jessen's going to tip it.
Oh, what a save.
And a great pancake by Caitlin Toller.
And Vista comes right at the point of the end.
And that was a great effort by Ponderosa there. They did a really good job at staying in that rally. Even when they thought they were going to get down, they were able to continue to stay in that rally.
Yeah, I think the Vista players thought they might have already won that one, had to readjust for a second.
Puller sets Gardner. Ellie Palazzo tries to get that one up. Haley Jessen saves it. Ellie Palazzo's going to hit it over. Brooke Copley's going to set it to Toller. Back to Copley, who is able to hit that one right to the left side of Brecklin Polang. Your Golden Eagles leading by 2. Sierra Bradshaw back to serve. Ellie Palazzo with the up. Amanda Wright gets the second as Haley Jessen is going to smack that one.
Yeah, Ponderosa just has no answer for when they're setting him up. They're unable to realize where to go, and it's just what's been killing them early on here.
Amanda Wright back to serve for Mountain Vista. Toller's going to pass that one to Gardner.
Just a little too much heat on that one. And the Golden Eagles are able to double their lead to 8-4.
Ponderosa not really getting great ups right now. That their setter, Toller, is having to run all around the court trying to get good ups and sets so that the hitters can hit it.
Yep, and I'm having to take a time out here, and we'll be back in 45 seconds.
And we are back. Amanda Wright back to serve for the Golden Eagles. Golden Eagles leading by 4 in this second set as they won the first set. Toller is going to set that one to Copley, who's on the outside this time. Brooke Hufford's going to hit that one to Toller. Amanda Wright, good up to Haley Jessen. Ponderosa able to block that one past all the Vista players. The Vista players started crowding up towards the net. That Ponderosa was able to hit it behind them where no one was.
Yep, Toller made a good block there, and Ponderosa gets the first point after the timeout.
Ashlyn Garner back to serve for Ponderosa. And that one will go long. Ponderosa not doing great off their serves in these first 2 sets.
Yep, now the Navs are checking into the game. Grace Holgren will step out for a second.
Dawn Dondero is going to go back to serve for Mountain Vista.
A little bit of miscommunication there. Thought that one was headed out, but squeaks right between 2 Ponderosa players.
Ponderosa is going to disagree with that call from the line judge, but can't really take that one back.
Yeah, that one appeared to be right in the line there. I think that's a good point.
And Hufford able to recover that. Toller gets it over. Amanda Wright to Dawn Dondero, who sets Leah Cons, who's able to tip it over.
Yeah, that was a great effort to get that play alive originally by Ponderosa, but
Sierra Bradshaw diving to try and keep that ball up. Dawn Dondero back to serve again. Hufford able to get that one over as Toller sets it.
Oh, it got over. Now Niles.
Niles able to recover from that one.
Good save by Amanda Wright.
Amanda Wright diving to get that one. And a great effort by Mountain Vista there. Seemed a little shaken up, but they were still able to stay in that rally for a little bit.
Yeah, Schaefer's reaction said it all. He wanted that one. Good effort, though. Play could have been dead twice, and they were to keep it alive.
Brooke Copley back to serve. Ellie Palazzo with the up. Dawn Dondero is going to set Haley Jessen on the right side. Dawn Dondero is going to set Leah Cons in the middle. Ponderosa blocks that. Natalie Niles with the up. And Ellie Palazzo with the hit from back. Ponderosa almost able to save that one. Cassie Hopwood tried to hit that one over, hit it a little left.
Carly Haskell will check into the game, and she'll go to the line.
And Caitlin Malone will check in for the first time this game. And Carly Haskell's going to miss that serve. There's been a lot of missed serves in these past two sets from both teams. Caitlin Toller, Ponderosa's setter, is back to the line to serve. Amanda Wright. Natalie Niles is able to get that one over. Gabby Hufford. Ponderosa's going to have to pass that one over. Carly Haskell to Dondero. He's going to set Natalie Niles. Ponderosa able to keep that one up. And Hopwood with a great kill there.
Yeah, Leah Collins was right there. Just unfortunately hit her arm a little bit too low and trickled down.
Now these have been some really good rallies on both sides of the net for both teams. Carly Haskell with the up. Going to set Leah Collins. Gabby Hufford is almost able to dig that one. Goes off her arms a little right and a little far.
Leah Collins will head to the line now. And
she's going to hit that one into the net.
Yeah, that one came a little.
And
she tried to serve that one. It just hit off looked like the palm of her hand. Didn't get all the power she wanted.
And Amanda Wright is going to go in. Casey Hopwood back to serve for the Mustangs. Looks like she's going to jump serve. And right into the net. This is a back and forth game.
Yep, either team, you just want to take advantage of your serves. And so Grace Holmgren will try to do that now.
And number 6, Kylie Lundquist will go in on Ponderosa. Grace Holmgren back to the line trying to get a serve over, and she does. Toller's going to set Bradshaw, who is able to tip it over. Amanda Wright diving for that one. She is unable to get it. I'm really loving the effort from Amanda Wright right now.
Yeah, effort will not be a thing either one of these coaches can point to at the start.
Gabby Hufford back to the line to serve, as Brooke Copley will check in for Kat Rank. Carly Haskell diving to get that one. Amanda Wright's going to get it to Dondero, who is able to smack it. Goes right off the arms of Brooke Copley there.
Yeah, a little unfortunate there. I don't know if they didn't hear the face after that. So
Ponderosa unable to recover from that one. Ponderosa staying in this game, though. Golden Eagles only up by 5.
Yep, we'll see if that point can help get some momentum to the Golden Eagles, and they can try to finish out this set too.
And Elliot Palazzo is going to serve. Toller is going to set the right side. Bradshaw, who's able to hit it over. Grace Holmgren's going to set Dondero.
Yep, and that's the different looks they throw at you. You think it's going one way, they reverse it the other way to Dondero, and they're just so skilled with making their kills. It's just so hard to defend.
Kylie Lundquist tried to get control of that one, just misses barely. That is an up and over, and Haley Jessen with the smack right back.
Yep, good reaction there. So both players are coming up forward. That's one thing that Ponderosa really wants to clean up here, is there's been a lack of communication on a few plays, and that's, you miss a few points here and there, but when they're communication, those are not ones that you're going to be too happy with.
Kylie Lundquist to Toller, who's going to give it to Gabby Hufford. Grace Holmgren is going to set Ellie Palazzo, who's going to set it over. Grace is now going to set Brecklin Polang, who smacks it. Kylie Lundquist unable to come up with that one. She really tried to dig that one, but again, it hit her arm weird, and she shanked it because Brecklin Polang is such a force to be reckoned with, and it is scary when Brecklin jumps to hit it.
Yeah, there's a lot of power that comes off there.
Toller's going to set Copley.
Yep, and Ponderosa will return the favor there.
Who is able to smack that one, and that one is in, right where none of the Vista players were. That was a very good play on Ponderosa's half. Bradshaw back to serve for Ponderosa. Amanda Wright with the up. Grace Holman's going to keep it in. As Kayla Dondero tries to tip it.
Yeah, that one was set just a little bit too far forward. Ponderosa able to get a hand on it, and it ends up falling on the Vista side.
Yeah, Vista playing a little close to the net there. That Copley was able to just reach over and tip that ball. Ellie Palazzo with the up. Brooklyn Poling with the second hit. Grace Holmgren is going to hit that one over. Puller is going to set Copley, who tips it. Amanda Wright with the up. Dondero keeps it alive, and Ellie Palazzo is able to hit that one over. Brooke Copley again with the tip. It's blocked by Vista. Grace Holmgren is going to set Brooklyn Poling, and she connects. I love that quick set from Grace to the middle hitters, Brecklin and Leah. It is such a good play. It is really hard to defend when Leah and Brecklin connect with it. Amanda Wright back to serve with a little short jump serve.
A little bit of a fake there.
Leah Collins tries to block that one, goes over to Vista's side. Dondero is going to hit right in to the Ponderosa blockers, who it ricochets off of.
Yep. So the Mustangs will burn their second timeout. Golden Eagles up 20-12. Amanda Wright in that last one, everyone's used to was playing back. Everyone's used to her smacking that ball.
And that is great. And that is a great coaching approach by Doug Schaefer. This has been serving back into the court for almost every single serve except for that last one. And as soon as Amanda Wright switched it up, Ponderosa was not ready for that. Yeah, Doug Schaefer is a very good coach. He likes to keep his composure during these games and sets, which I think is very good for these Vista players.
Yeah, he won't be one that will be screaming his head off. And something I know his players really appreciate. We'll see if Amanda Wright goes back with the fastball or throws the changeup here.
Going to serve it back into the zone. Tuller is going to set Garner, who is able to connect and get a tip off of that one.
Yep, Ponderosa's been pretty good coming out of their timeouts here, so that's something that Vista's going to want to turn the momentum early. You know, finish out the set here. You don't want to try to make it interesting, try to make it close.
Checking in for Ponderosa, Cassie Hopwood, and number 12, Emily Wallen, who is back to serve. Amanda Wright with the up. Grace Holmgren's going to set Kayla Dondero, who hits it a little too far. Gabby Huffer doing a great job getting back to that line and seeing that that ball was out.
Just a little too much power on that one.
Wallen, again, back to serve. And she's going to hit that one a little short. She tried to hit it to Leah Cons there, but was unable to get that serve over.
Yep, now the Niles will come to the game here.
Seems like the theme of these sets here are some missed serves.
Yep, you know they're going to happen every game. You just try to minimize it as much as possible.
That'll be out. Dondero with a great serve. Ponderosa unable to get that up. Wallen unable to connect with that one and try to get that to their setter, Puller. And again, Dondero with a great deep serve. Sierra Bradshaw unable to make a connection with that one. Count how many times I can say connection in about 5 minutes.
So Carmen will check into the game for the Mustangs. Vista 2 points away from taking set number 2.
Covered with a great up. Toller is going to set Hopwood, who tips it over. Dondero is able to get that one right back over. Again, another set to Hopwood. Natalie Niles with a great block.
Yep, that was a great read by Natalie Niles there. It was a great read by Natalie Niles. She was able to get up there, block it. And it's set point number 2 for the Mountain Vista Golden Eagles. And set 2 will go to Vista.
And a great serve by Dondero there. Ponderosa, again, it's hidden off their arms a little too far and a little bit outside, not great, which is causing a lot of problems for Ponderosa.
Yep, so the Golden Eagles take set number 1 and set number 2. They will go for the sweep here. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
And we are back. Some of the Vista students played a little game there in between the second and third set, trying to get a cookie into your mouth from your forehead. Looked pretty fun out there.
Yep, it's time to dial it back in, though, for the Golden Eagles. Up 2-0 here. Ponderosa did something we haven't seen in quite a while. They all left, all went to the locker room and took a minute just to set themselves back and prepare. Usually they all just stay onto the court, so we had a little bit of an extended break here. But now Vista's back, ready to go, and looking for the sweep here.
Yeah, Vista looking to keep up the energy that they had in these first two sets. Second set started out a little rough for your Golden Eagles, but they were able to get back into it and, again, take control of that game. And Ponderosa looks like they're trying to have some fun out there, trying to make light of this situation right now, trying to come back from being down 2-0 as Gabby Hufford goes back to serve to start off this third set. Grace Holmgren able to get that one off the net. Carly Haskell gets that up. Brooklyn Polang able to connect with that one. Ponderosa shanks that off to the right.
Yep, big first point there for the Golden Eagles there. Looked like it might be falling, but good effort to keep it alive, and they got the 1-0 lead early.
Kelly Palazzo to serve. Toller is going to set Bradshaw in the corner.
Yeah, the Mustangs had a little difficulty getting that one over the net.
Unsure what really happened on that one. Just seemed like lack of communication, which has kind of been the theme for Ponderosa in these last two sets. Toller's going to set Brooke Copley, who's blocked by Brooklyn Polang.
Yep, and there's the Swiss Army knife. Brooklyn Polang can do it all. Set, spike, and make big critical blocks when needed.
Ponderosa hit that one a little far. Gabby Hufford is going to hit that one over. Grace Holmgren is going to set Dondero as Caitlin Malone tries to get that one up off of a tough. That was a tough play for Caitlin Malone there. Really hard to get a good up on that ball and try to keep Vista in. Bradshaw back to serve for the Mustangs. Carly Haskell's going to hit that one up to Grace Holmgren, who's going to set Carly Malone, who was able to connect with that one. Gabby Hufford able to hit that back over for Ponderosa. And Brooklyn Polang with a great tip.
Yep, just another tool in the bag, just a little fake there. So Carly Haskell will step to the line here.
Bradshaw up with that one. Toller is going to set Copley, who tips it over. Grace Holmgren is going to set Ellie Palazzo in the back row. Ponderosa wasn't ready for that one.
Yep, fantastic start to the Golden Eagles here in set number 3.
Golden Eagles looking strong. Ponderosa still looking a little confused out there. Toller is going to set their libero, Hufford, who is unable to hit that one over. It looked like she jumped a little early and just got the end of that set. Carly Haskell again back at the line. Hufford's going to get that one up to Toller, who's going to set Copley, who jumped a little early.
Yeah, the Golden Eagles were jumping for joy there. Multiple players are going up at the line. Misread it, but the Mustangs are able to come away with the point there.
And Ponderosa gets that point because Carly Haskell dove and slid onto their side of the court. A lucky play for Ponderosa as Gardner goes back to serve and serves it right into the net. Again, we've seen a lot of missed serves from both teams, which is always not a good thing to have. You want to take your time and be able to just get the serve over to give your team that chance to get that point. Dondero back to serve for Mountain Vista.
Vista makes a change too, bringing in Natalie Niles for Grace Holmgren.
Dondero is going to become the setter. Twitter's going to get that one to Bradshaw, who's going to pass that one over. Dondero's going to set Leah Collins, who tips it. And that goes off the hands of Caitlin Toller and Brooke Copley for Ponderosa.
Yep, it's just kind of been a common thing all night. The Mustangs just can't seem to pick up on what Vista's trying to do. It's just so hard to read what the Vista setters are trying to get to their spikers, and then just so many different weapons that they are able to use, whether it's fakes or kills, and they've just been so effective in all areas tonight.
And Reagan Spencer is going to check in for the Ponderosa Mustangs as Brooke Copley comes out. Going to set Hopwood, who is able to make that connection. Ellie Palazzo and Carly Haskell both go diving for it, unable to get that one back up, as your Golden Eagles lead 8-3. Reagan Spencer is back for the line to serve for Ponderosa. Ellie Palazzo with the up. Dondero is going to set Leah Collins, who is able to read that one off of her hands and smack it down.
Yep, just another kill for Leah Collins there.
Amanda Wright checking in for Caitlin Malone. And Amanda Wright is back to serve. Goes off the hands of Reagan Spencer as Cassie Hopwood tries to recover that, but is unable to. Toller is going to pass that one up to Gabby Hufford, who's able to get it over. Dondero is going to set Ellie Palazzo, who is able to reach back and tip that one over.
Oh, close, just went a little too far there, but I think that this is just so good. It's just with their passing in their own court. It just looks so. They throw so many different looks at you. You think they're gonna spike it, they send it back.
I agree. This is a really good job doing that. Toller back to serve for Ponderosa. Carly Haskell able to get that one up. Dondero's going to set Natalie Niles as Bradshaw hits that one over for Ponderosa. Ellie Palazzo is going to take back and smack that one as it goes off the hands of Sierra Bradshaw for Ponderosa.
So Leah Collins will look to redeem herself after her last serve. Went a little awry, so we'll see if she can get this one over.
She's able to get that one over.
A little better than the first one.
Hopwood hits that one straight back over. Ellie Palazzo. As Kat Rank is going to set that one over. Brooklyn Poling is going to go around and get that one over. Hopwood is going to go and tip that one over as Leah Collins goes diving for it, trying to make a diving play there, is unable to. Great effort there by Leah Collins. And that's what we like to see here. We like to see both teams giving as much as they can, diving for all of these balls, even if they're unable to get it, just trying their best.
Yeah, effort's definitely not been a concern for Doug Schaefer.
As Carly Haskell dives to get that one. And Gardner hits it over for Pondo. Natalie Niles is going to hit that one over as Bradshaw sets that one over for Ponderosa. Gabby Hufford's going to hit it to Gardner, who was able to smack that one over just inside the lines. And Doug Schaefer is going to call a timeout there.
Yeah, that's a smart timeout there by Doug Schaefer. Vista still has the lead in this set, 11-6, but a couple points gone to Ponderosa. Get your team in, make sure we're all calm. Still a job to be done in the Golden Eagles.
And again, going off of what we said a little bit ago, the effort, all that any coach can ask for is just these players giving it their all. The Ponderosa coach is getting in there. She is yelling, or she is sternly talking to her players. It looks like in a positive manner, though, as Ponderosa is starting to come back in this game. Ponderosa just trying to get back in this game as Doug Schaefer is again calm, which is keeping all of the Vista players very calm and collected. Number 6, Kylie Lundquist, back to serve for Ponderosa, trying to get her team back in this game. Amanda Wright with the up. Dondero is going to set Natalie Niles. Makes a great connection there on the right side. Natalie Niles, again, such a great right side hitter for Vista.
Yep, that's her wheelhouse. And good point for Vista coming out of the timeout. Get back on track. There's still a job to be done, and that was definitely Coach Schaefer's message during the timeout huddle.
And Grace Holmgren is going to check in for Natalie Niles and is back to serve. Gabby Hufford with that up. Toller is going to be able to set that one over. Brooklyn Polang with the just a little back and forth action here. I don't even know who's hitting it. Bradshaw is able to set that one over. Grace Holmgren is going to set Dondero, who tips it right at Kat Rank, who is unable to get that up. Little quick back and forth action from Vista and Ponderosa there. It got a little confusing, but Vista able to recollect and get themselves out of that one and get the point. Hufford is going to hit that one over, and it goes a little long. Ponderosa just seems to be hitting everything a little far, a little long. They need to take a little bit off of it. Gardner with the up. Toller is going to set Gardner, who kind of tips it as Amanda Wright tries to get it over. Vista did not get a great look on that one.
Yeah, it's just one of those plays where the ball comes in, you're trying to hit it up, it doesn't get all the way up, and Dondero wasn't able to hit it, and she was the closest one there. So just a tough point for Vista, but still got the lead. Still a lot of time to rebound here.
Ellie Palazzo gets that up, and Grace Holmgren going to set Ellie Palazzo. Great block by Brooke Copley and Bradshaw for Ponderosa. That is going to go to Bradshaw, who hits it over. Brooklyn Poling getting set and is blocked. Gardner tries to go over, is blocked by Dondero and Poling. Vista student section getting into it. Carly Haskell with a great pancake on the Vista side, able to keep that ball up. And that is a great rally by Vista there. Carly Haskell laying out to get that ball up, and Vista sees that and is able to continue playing.
Yep, fantastic point there by the Golden Eagles, and the party is on in Vista.
The student section looks like they're having fun as Vista is up 15-7. Toller's going to set Bradshaw, who's blocked by Brooklyn Poling. And Caitlin Malone is able to hit that one right back at Ponderosa, who was not ready for that.
Yeah, that one came up, and she's like, I'll just go ahead and finish this one off.
The student section is loving this right now as Ponderosa calls a timeout. Vista doing a really great job getting up 16-7. Ponderosa looking a little confused. Again, their communication is not always on. As soon as they hit it over and Vista hits it right back, they're not really seeing that, and they aren't ready for Vista's comeback. Ponderosa still looking like they're having fun out here, trying to make the best of this, hopefully, last set of this game. As Ellie Palazzo is going to go back to serve. Again, we love seeing the Vista student section out here supporting these girls. For today's game, we are supporting pediatric cancer, and we have raised over $1,200 tonight alone. And I just want to thank everyone, the student section, all the moms, everyone who has contributed to this special night.
Yeah, one thing Vista's great doing is giving back to the community, and something we pride ourselves on. So thank you to everyone who's helped support this cause tonight, and we appreciate all your contributions.
As Dondero smacks that one Dondero has been very dominant in all of these sets so far. Ponderosa still unsure on how to block her or figure Vista's offense.
Yep, and Vista will appreciate the contribution she's made tonight.
As Gardner hits that one over. And a little miscommunication, not a great play by Vista there, but it's all right. They all know they're keeping their heads held high, which is all you could ask. As Bradshaw goes back to serve that one, and another service error as she is short and serves it into the net. Carly Haskell back at the line to serve for Vista. Bradshaw is going to shank that one way back. Ponderosa still keeping their head high. Doesn't look like they're getting down on themselves, which is great. Carly Haskell again. Bratch's going to get that up to Toller, who's going to set Brooke Copley. Ellie Palazzo with a great dig. Caitlin Malone is going to try and tip that one, but is unable to get that one over as Toller blocks that. Ponderosa able to get that point as Emily Wallen checks in to serve for Ponderosa. Ponderosa trying everything they can as Carly Haskell dives to get that one. Ellie Palazzo also diving. They are unable to get a good up for Vista to get that ball over the net. Wallen again back to serve for Ponderosa. Holmgren is going to set Caitlin Malone as Hopwood is able to connect on that one. Leah Collins and Dondero tried to block her. Grace Holmgren tries to get that up and is unable to, as Ponderosa is starting to take control of this game.
Yeah, just a moment you want Vista to reel it back in and make sure they get the job done here.
Mountain Vista losing it a little bit. Carly Haskell passes that one a little too far as Brooke Conley is able to tip that straight back over. Wallen back to serve. Dondero able to connect on that one. Again, Dondero has been very, very dominant in these games.
Yeah, she's been the star of the show tonight.
We really love to see that. And she is only a sophomore, so we will be seeing a lot more of her. Going to set Hopwood. Ellie Palazzo is able to get that one up. Dondero is going to set Ellie Palazzo back in that back row. Gabby Hufford making a diving play to dig that ball. Hopwood's going to pass it over Ellie Palazzo again. Dondero is going to set Caitlin Malone, who was able to get that one over Brooke Copley, and Caitlin Toller trying to block that one but unable to get a good block as it bounces off. And Vista is able to get that point.
Yep, the Mustangs will go ahead and burn their second and final timeout. Magic number is down to 4 for the Golden Eagles to clinch set number 3 and secure this game.
Ponderosa still trying to stay in this game, or in this set, I should say.
Yep, so obviously still today's game to finish out, but the Mount Vista Golden Eagles will be back in action next Tuesday, home against Rock Canyon in a pivotal game as they continue on their quest of a state championship. Obviously, we know the result of last year of that first round exit. They weren't
their revenge tour, as last year was a very disappointing ending to their season.
Yeah, and I think all the girls believe that this team is even stronger than last year.
I agree. Even though their record is not the same, I have talked to many of them, including Leah Cons and Haley Jessen, and they believe that this team could go all the way.
Yep, they're a senior-heavy team last year. A lot of them went through the experience last year, and they felt the pain and of what last year's loss did to them, and you can see the determination. They're treating each day as their last.
And Brooke Copley with that one makes a great connection on that one. There's really no way for anyone on Vista to be able to dig that ball.
Yeah, kind of the reverse flip there of what we've seen Vista do a lot tonight against Ponderosa.
Copley is back to serve. Ellie Palazzo is going to get that one up. Dondero is going to get it to Natalie Niles. Bradshaw with the hit over. Natalie Niles again. Hits that one a little far, but Ponderosa tries to keep that in play, and they are unable to.
So Amanda Wright will check into the game, and she'll get the line to serve. Magic number down to 3 for the Golden Eagles.
Golden Eagles just trying to finish this game out. Then Amanda Wright with a great jump serve. Toller is going to set Hopwood. Carly Haskell able to get that one up. And it's just a little too far outside to that far side, which is okay. Your Golden Eagles still winning 22-14, but for right now, they just need to stay calm and collected as Ponderosa tries to come back from this game. And Ellie Palazzo unable to dig that one. Looks a little frustrated at herself after that one. But we've all been there.
So points Ponderosa there. So interesting to see if Schaefer calls a timeout here and maybe just tries to reel him back in.
Yeah, Vista starting to lose it almost. Still winning. Dondero is going to set Natalie Niles on the right side. Gets a block. Natalie Niles is going to tip it over. Toller is going to set Hopwood on the outside. Ellie Palazzo with the up for Vista. Leah Collins is going to tip it over. Hopwood's going to have to pass that one over. Carly Haskell's going to get it to Leah Collins, who's blocked as Ponderosa tips it back over. Carly Haskell's going to set Natalie Niles, who gets blocked by Hopwood. That was a great rally by both teams there. It sucks that Vista didn't get the point off of that one, but that rally could have gone either way.
You know, you got to give Ponderosa a lot of credit here. They were down 19-9, and they just kept battling back, and a lot of teams will just crumple over and take the loss here, but they've been battling back, and they're going to lose that point, though.
As Mountain Vista is trying to get back into this, Ellie Palazzo was able to hit that one right where the Ponderosa girls weren't. Leah Collins back to serve. Fires that one just a little too far. Kylie Lundquist going to check into the game, as well as Ashlyn Gardner. Lundquist back to serve. Carly Haskell gets that one up. Dondero is going to set Brecklin Polang on the outside. And again, Brecklin Polang, as Jack said earlier, is a Swiss Army knife. Brecklin Polang is a middle hitter, but she is able to work to the outside and the right side and anywhere they need her to, especially on reverses. She is so good anywhere you put her.
Oh, Grace Holmgren to serve. Game point here. And we'll hop it on that point.
Dondero tried to get that one over. Ponderosa had a great block on that one as Brooke Copley checks back into the game. And Gabby Hufford is back to serve for Ponderosa as your Golden Eagles are trying to get this game point. Amanda Wright with the up. Grace Holmgren's going to set Ellie Palazzo, who was able to connect on that one as Ponderosa shanks that one to the far side.
Yep, that'll do it from the Eagles' nest. Overall, a great win by the Mountain Vista Golden Eagles. Made it a little interesting there in set number 3, but overall, kind of the game we expected Vista to be in dominant control, and I think for the most part they were. Obviously, a few moments you're going to have throughout the game where, like in that third set, that's when you're up 19-9, you probably want to close it out a little sooner, but they were getting the job done, and it's a win, and their tour of the revenge tour, as you like to call it, continues.
And again, this is a great win for Vista. They never overlooked Ponderosa, and they didn't go down and play to their level. In the end of the third set, they kind of did, but they were able to take control most of the time. And we just love to see Vista able to win these games that they need to win.
Well, we thank you for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. Final score here, the Mountain Vista Eagles get it done in 3 sets. They will be back in action on Tuesday against Rock Canyon. And I'm Jack Strasser signing off with Kendall Wright. Have a good evening.